First and foremost, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Want to give double honor to apostles and elders, and salutation to you brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and truth. We come out here week in, week out to teach our brothers and sisters who they are according to the scriptures, and also prophesy the downfall against this wicked kingdom. You know, just recently, I don't know exactly when, but I had just seen not too long ago a commercial by Nike. It's called Week of Greatness. And what's going on in that commercial, you see chaos going all amongst America. And you see all the people, mostly Edomites. You know, you don't really see any Jakes that got like zombies in it or whatever. But you see them going crazy over the chaos that's going on. And you see Jake, they just like, you know, it's the Week of Greatness. So that's a very spiritual thing going on. You know, ultimately it's from the Most High, you know, putting out what's going to happen. You know, it's salvation for the elect. And as a matter of fact, they got chariots in the commercial as well. And one of the chariots beamed up what looked to be a so-called Puerto Rican, an Ephraimite. He beamed them up, and as he was beaming them up, he had screamed out the elect. You know, those words. So we know that's a spiritual commercial that's going on. You know, just prophesies about what's going on that's going to come to America. And also, as a matter of fact, give me a second, Ezra chapter 6. Also, at the end of the commercial, right before it went off, it was the Edomite in the car. He had yelled at Jake Boy and said, "Where you going, kid? Don't you know it's the end of the world?" And the kid said, "Yeah, it's the start of greatness, showing you that this the end of this kingdom, and it's got to be the beginning of Jacob's kingdom. You know, the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai." So you know that was a very spiritual commercial. There's a lot more stuff going on in that commercial, but you know, you just look it up. It's called Week of Greatness. Nike commercial. Let's go to the top of it.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 1. And he said unto me, in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood, or ever the winds blew, before it thundered and lightning, or ever the foundations of paradise were laid, before the fair flowers were seen, or ever the movable powers were established, before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together, or ever the heights of the air were lifted up, before the measures of the firmament were named, or ever the chimneys in Zion were hot.
Right.
And ere the present years were sought out, and or ever the adventures of them that now sin were turned.
So before the Most High created all these things and had all these principalities set up in motion, this is what the Most High said.
Before they were sealed, they have gathered faith for a treasure.
He said before they were sealed, they have gathered faith for a treasure. Before the Most High even had the elect set up, before he did all these things, he already had the end set out from the beginning.
Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone.
So he said then he considered these things, and they all were made by him alone. So the Lord already had these things set in motion, how he wanted the end to play out, who was going to be of the elect, and all of that. He had that set from the beginning, before he created it.
And through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other.
He said it through him and none other. So it was no other power that, you know, no false gods or no other deity that did this. Of course, the Most High used his son, Yahweh Shai, to actually do the physical work in creating it, him and the elect and all. But the Most High is the one who set it in motion. He was the author of it all.
Right. Then answered I and said, what shall be the partner asunder of the times, and when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that follows?
So Ezra want to know when it's going to be the end of this wicked kingdom, and when is Jacob going to be reigning in this righteous kingdom.
Shalom, Mark, shalom.
That's what Ezra want to know. This is what the angel told him, the angel of the Lord.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
And we know that physically happened when the two children were born. When Jacob and Esau physically born, that actually happened. But it was all symbolic of the rulership of what's going to happen. As soon as Esau's rulership is over, Jacob is coming right after it, immediately.
Which Jacob is the one gonna pull Esau down out of his rulership, man. And we doing it now, man. We doing it spiritually, man. Because the main force and power that's gonna take him down, he the number one Judite. He Jacob, but he was the first spirit created, man, which is Yahweh Shai, man. So he the top ranking so-called black man of the whole universe, man. You know? So it starts with him representing pulling Esau down out of his power seat, which the 144,000 follow the land whithersoever he goeth, man. So they gonna play their role in doing it too. We playing our role in doing it now. That's why Yahweh Shai told the disciples, the servants are not greater than their masters, man. So when we had to bear our cross, just like Yahweh Shai had to bear his cross, man. Just like what we doing there, Yahweh Shai already done it. You know, he came, he preached to the people, and then in the end they persecuted him and killed him, man. Which that's gonna be the fate of some other men on the line, but this time, what Yahweh Shai say? If it was my kingdom, my servants would fight. So now his kingdom coming, and his servants are gonna fight, man. You know, I want to say Salakia too. I left my garment, I forgot my garment, but that wasn't gonna stop me from bringing this word out, man. Because the real garments are these law of the faith and these laws, statutes, and commandments, man, that we keep to the best of our abilities, man.
Right.
You know? 2nd Esdras chapter 6, verse 7 again. Then answered I and said, what shall be the pardon asunder of the times, or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
So it says Esau is the end of the world. And when you look up the word world, it's not really saying this whole world is going to be destroyed, the Lord is going to create a new earth, it's not saying that. What it's basically saying is, this age, this time period, this rulership. Esau is the end of the rulership of the wicked, and Jacob is going to be the beginning of the rulership of the righteous. That's what the Lord has set up in motion. Because this wicked kingdom is falling, whether you see it or not. A lot of our people don't see it. And a lot of our people are going to be destroyed because they don't want to get with it.
The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other questions ask thou not. I'm just gonna keep reading. But like you said, the hand of man is in between the heel and the hand, man. You know? So all the other rulership of the nation, everything else the other nation doing, it really don't matter. It's all about Jacob and Esau, man. You know? Like you said, and the rest of man is y'all basically in between what's going on between Jacob and Esau. Because when it all boiled down to it, that's all it's about. It's about Jacob and Esau. You got it, huh?
I was about to pick back off you. That's all it's ever been about, Jacob and Esau. Even the whole scriptures, although the other nations, they had their different rulerships, it's always been about Jacob and Esau. These other nations don't matter. You know, that's why when the kingdom of heaven is established, you know, after 1,000 years, they're gonna be able to go back to their land. But Esau gonna be destroyed because they don't matter. It's always been about Jacob and Esau. Like the brother always say, it always go back to the garden for Adam and Eve and the serpent. That's what it goes all the way back to.
Right, with Cain and Abel, man. You know, seed of the wicked against the seed of the righteous, man. You know, just like Esau hated us, just like in the reincarnation, it's Jacob and Esau reincarnated as Cain and Abel. But why did Cain hate Abel, man? Because he offered up a righteous sacrifice. That's the only reason he killed Abel, man. You know? What did Abel do wrong to him? Why Esau hated Jacob? Why? Because the blessing Isaac gave him. It said from when Isaac gave Jacob that blessing, Esau hated him, man. So it's the same thing all over again, man.
But it was set up before the foundations of the world for Jacob to even receive that blessing, because he said the elect before they were sealed with the faith.
That's why the Lord told Cain, if thou doest well, should not be accepted. But he knew Cain wasn't going to. Then he said, if thou not, sin lies at the door, and it should be a servant over you. And then what did he tell Cain? Now, my face is hid from you, and you were pushed away from me forever. So he was letting Cain know he couldn't repent. That's what the Lord was telling Cain. In other words, ain't no repentance for you. You're going to be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. So like the brother said, everything all started in the garden, man. It's just that the elect don't have that understanding, man.
That's what Revelation tell you. That's what John saw. That's what he understood. That's why he said. That's why in Revelation he always said Satan or the devil, that old serpent, because it all goes back to that.
All right, they would say the dragon. The dragon. Right.
Revelation 12.
Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 11. And I answered then and said, O Lord, thou that bearest rule, if I have found favor in thy sight, I beseech thee, show thy servant the end of thy tokens, whereof thou showest me part the last night.
So Evers want to know more what's going to happen in the end. That's basically what he asked.
Verse 13. So he answered, and here's this part of the elect, man. So this is still for the elect right now, man. You know, cause we still be asking the Lord, like, Lord, show, we just want to, and now we learn it and we know it and we learn it, man. Like the brother said, the mercy's coming out. We see the end is, like I said, now the end is manifest, man. You know?
The Lord put it out plainly. He making it plain for our eyes to see. That also gives us hope and faith. Because we know we getting closer and closer. The more we see stuff happening, we know we getting closer. But the more they put out stuff on TV, that we can, that the normal eye probably would see, that we see, we getting closer and closer. They put a UFO in a commercial and a person getting beaten up saying the leg. We already know what that means.
Right.
We know what it's about. That makes us happy. We praise Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai even more.
So he answered me and said unto me, stand upon thy feet and hear a mighty sounding voice, and it shall be as it were a great motion, but the place where thou standest shall not be moved. And therefore when it speak, be not afraid, for the word is of the end, and the foundation of the earth is understood. So even the Lord telling Eric, look, everything you finna hear and see, don't be afraid, man. Because when we tell everybody about the end is near and all the destruction gonna happen, that make the people afraid, man. But the Lord already told us don't be afraid, just like you said in the commercial. The Edomite asked him in Jake, oh, don't you know it's the end of the world? What he told? It's greatness coming, man. So it's the end of the white man world and the beginning of our world, man. That's what the end of this is.
That's the Apocrypha say, because Jacob held on to Enoch's heel.
Yeah, that's what we read right now.
Yeah, that's what Esau's the end of all things. Jacob's the beginning.
Please hurry up and hit that out, bro. That's supposed to come on me. Have my nose running all night, bro. We just read that scripture like 4 or 5 verses before you came up, bro. We reading down on that in that chapter. But like the scripture said, don't be afraid, man.
And even in the commercial, they wasn't afraid. They was normal.
Verse 16, and why? Because the speech of these things trembleth and is moved. For it knoweth that the end of these things must be changed. And it happened. Then when I had heard it, I stood upon my feet and hearkened. And behold, there was a voice that spake, and the sound of it was like the sound of many waters.
So that's the voice of Yahweh Shai he heard. Yahweh Shai is that man that had the voice of many waters. You can read that in Revelation.
Right, man. So his men gonna speak loud. His men gonna be austere, man. The Lord is a man of war, man. His men are men of war. We soldiers, man. Verse 18. And it said, behold, the days coming that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth.
Come. And when he's talking about visit, he's talking about bringing judgment. He's starting to bring judgment now. And we see it happening all across the four corners of the earth. You see all these other countries, the people uproar, and they're in the uproar against the country, against the government.
And will begin to make inquisition of them what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled.
So the Lord is starting to bring judgment on those who hurt unjustly, which is talking about the so-called white man, because you know he done injustice all across the four corners of the earth, and the afflictions of Zion, which is talking about the 12 tribes. So the Most High is starting to judge this earth for all this unrighteousness.
Right, for what the unrighteous they have done to us, man. You know? So like you said, because that's what it's all about. It's all about the affliction of the so-called Negro, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native American Indians. It's all about our affliction being fulfilled, man. Because we had to be punished for everything we did, man. We received double for our sins, man.
Right.
So now our affliction is almost fulfilled. And that's all we out here to tell our people, man. But our people they don't even know what we talking about. It just to try to come at us sideways, like, you know what I'm saying, like we false prophets or something, man. Right. All we out here to let them know, look, your punishment is almost over, man. Everything you went through, man. For us get shot down in the streets for slavery, for us not sticking together, but you know, for all the afflictions we go through, it's almost fulfilled now, man. We're gonna have that perfect world that we try to get on this side, man. But it's not gonna be in America, man. You know? All the pain, the tears, and the sorrow gonna be done away with, man. But our affliction has to be fulfilled, man. And this place gonna have to be destroyed for us to receive it.
Right.
Read verse 19 again. And will begin to make inquisition of them what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens.
And we already seeing the world vanish away. We already seeing all this stuff coming down, coming to pass. We seeing prophecies happen. We seeing more the world getting more wickeder. Like I know it's not a word, but we see the world getting more and more wicked, like the Lord said it would. So we see all these things come to pass. The world is vanishing away.
The book shall be open before the firmament, and they shall see all together.
And the books are already open. That's how you can pull up the scriptures on the internet, and everybody can read the scriptures now. You don't have to have a hard copy. You know, everybody can see it.
Right. So the book's being open before the firmament right now, like the brother said, via satellites, man. You know, we put the videos out via satellite, and that's how the books are being open before the firmament now, man. Like the brother said. So that's why the Lord said the end ain't gonna come till this gospel should be preaching to the four corners. How it's gonna be preached? You got brothers waking up on the four corners, but via the satellites, via the internet, man. So that's what it means by the books being open before the firmament. You're not gonna see a big Bible in the sky with the words, you know. The books are open before the firmament right now, man.
And also the Lord said that He said that your teachers won't be read into corners no more. So you'll be able to see your teachers now.
And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months, and they shall live and be raised up.
Just happening.
Right, and all this happening, man.
Right,
you got kids being born in 3 or 4 months and living, man, and being raised up.
I got somebody right like that right now. It's happening.
Right.
Yep. Born last year.
And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
And that's the time that's coming upon America. You know, we see it happening in all the other countries, but all these full storehouses, you won't have grocery stores full of food no more. You know, you won't have stores full of the things that you need no more. All that stuff is coming. That's judgment against this place. That's why the Lord said He's gonna start to visit this world. And that's judgment. That's a part of his visitation.
And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear it, they shall be suddenly afraid.
And the trumpets are being blown across the four corners of the earth, like the brother
you hear
said.
that?
You got brothers waking up in the four corners of the earth, speaking
Like,
his
you
word.
hear that sometime, every once in a while. They say it.
We're blowing that trumpet right now. And people starting to wake up and people starting to hear these words, they're starting to get afraid because they're starting to see what's happening. They understand they're starting to be awoken to what's going on.
Get a quick picture. This is Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
So shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and shall the people not be afraid? Shall this word come out against it? Shall the word come out of the scripture? Shall the word prophesy unto the people, and people not be afraid of what's going on, what's about to come?
Right, because even in the ancient times, we had watchers stand up on the tower. You know, we had our own cities, man. If any danger was in, they'll blow the trumpets to warn the people, man.
Right.
Just like today, modern times, what does America have? If a tornado or storm some come, or this, you know, they had a sirens going off. But you know what? What actually be making the noise out of those sirens is actually be a trumpet-looking instrument up on top of buildings, man. They'll send the noise through, man. So it's just modernized now, man. But that's the same thing gonna happen. When all chaos take place, those trumpets gonna be going off. And then just like you got it on your phone now with the
Amber Alert,
the Amber Alert, the presidential alert.
flood alert.
Right, you know. That's the modern day trumpet, man. But we blowing the trumpet also, man. But now this hell take loose. All the hell started to break loose in America. The trumpet gonna be blown. But we blowing this trumpet right now to warn our people, man. We not warning the so-called white man in the other nations. We letting them know they gonna go down. Ain't no hope for them, man. When it go down, when the race wars kick out, you know, they gonna be like a Chase Row in that day, man. You know, but we channeling that, we getting the blood off our hand, man. You know, because like the scripture say, eventually the elect is not gonna be afraid, man. They gonna wake up to this word, and when they hear it, it's gonna give them strength. They gonna stand up on their feet, man. They gonna hearken into this.
They gonna come alive.
Right. Amos 3 and 6 again. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Should there be evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it?
So the Lord bringing that judgment. That's what the Lord saying. That judgment is coming, and it's all through the hands and the power of the Most High.
Surely the Lord God would do nothing, but He revealeth His secrets unto His servants, the prophets.
And those the ones that's out here blowing that trumpet, letting the warning the people. Like the brother said, in the ancient world, you had people on the watchtowers that warn warn the people about danger. It's the same thing going on. We warning our people, like he said, of the coming danger, the coming evil that's coming to this earth.
Mainly America, man.
Gone.
The Lord hath roared, who will not fear? The Lord God hath spoken, who can but prophesy?
Gone.
So the Lord hath roared, man. The Lion of Judah, man. Because we just speaking His words, man. So He roared, man. He comes in the volume of the book. The word was made flesh, man. So we speak these words on who the word ignorant called Jesus Christ. He warring, man.
Right.
Going back to that scripture you brought out last week, then she shall cry, then he shall shout like a travailing woman, man. Like a travailing woman ready to give child, you know, basically. Ready to give birth. Salakia, verse 23, 2nd Ezra 6 and 23 again. It's saying the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear it, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies.
And that's what these countries gonna end up doing. They gonna start fighting.
All the allies, man, especially all American allies, and then this go for in America too, man. Cause say our friends gonna start to fight like enemies, man. Why, man? Because it's gonna be total chaos. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get the scripture. I'm gonna get a precept to that real quick. I'm gonna finish this verse. Yeah, come. And at that time, shall friends fight one another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they should not run. Going into the famine, man. You know? Then they going into the famine, the real famine and the famine of the word, man. Oh yeah.
You finna get Matthew?
Not finna get second here. They should yeah, come. Just to show you why friends gonna fight one another like enemies, man. I got it. Verse 8. Verse 7. This second Ezra chapter 15, verse 7. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the soul of the just complain continually.
Son, you see that in Revelations where it say the souls of the just, they continually ask the Most High when they go avenge you. You know? Souls of the just people that were slain and slaughtered over here in America cry out continually to the Most High.
And it goes right back to all the way to the garden, like you said. When Abel's blood was crying out, you know, when Cain killed them, man. So everything all started in the beginning, man. You know, it just, the wickedness just been made more and more wicked. You know, it's been getting more and more wicked, man. You know, and the righteous been doing what they supposed to do, man. You know, because like I said, when Cain killed Abel, the righteous land ain't come back until Seth was born. You know, then you had Enoch, then it said, then men started to call on the name of the Lord again. So after Cain killed Abel, Cain was doing his thing, making kids, it was wickedness, man. You know, so then when Adam them had another son to fulfill Abel's place, then you had the righteous land back going back on the earth again, man. But it all started with the reason why I get that, because the Lord told Cain, look, Abel's blood already been crying out to me, man. Why you lying like you don't know where your brother is? Am I my brother's keeper, man? You know, that show you that was Esau in the garden, Cain. That was Esau back in the reincarnation. He got cocky with the Lord. Oh, am I my brother's keeper? You know, the Lord just asked him, where your brother? He just want to see what he gonna say. Oh, am I my brother's keeper now?
Smart off to
right,
daddy, yeah.
Right. That's the so-called white man attitude today. You know?
Even way back then.
Right. Verse 9. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get there right quick. This is keep coming up.
Talking about Genesis.
Yeah. Cause this go right back into 6. When the Lord said, from before the innumerable multitudes of angels together, you know, the Lord had planned this out already, man. He wrote the script to this already. You might think you controlling something, but you're not. Everything is predestined already, man. Even when you do something you're not supposed to do, that's predestined so you can learn a lesson or not to do that, man. You know?
Like the brother said, the beginning was already established. I mean, the end was already established from the beginning, and everything else that follows. So we just playing out the script that the Most High already had written in the scriptures.
I'm starting at verse 1 on this. Genesis chapter 4, verse 1. And Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain. and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground.
They had similar roles too, just like Esau and Jacob. Esau came out first, then Jacob came. Cain came out first, then Abel.
Right.
Abel was the keeper of the sheep, and Cain was out there in the field with the tiller of the ground. Just like Esau was, he was a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man.
Wild. Nah, it's Ishmael was a wild man. Yeah. Jacob was, like he said, Jacob was a plain man. He talking about Ishmael.
Out in the field, you know.
Yeah.
He's still doing that.
Right.
Still doing that.
And then what does Cain name mean? A dagger, man. A sword, which let you know that was his blessing. When Esau was blessed with the sword, that was Cain, man. That's why Cain killed Abel, man. And then later on, his grandkids too, Paul Cain, they was smith. They was making weapons, man. We're showing you that was Esau, man, because that was their blessing, man.
Well, Isaac was the father of those two kids, right?
Yeah, Isaac was the father of Jacob and Esau.
And I guess Isaac showed that he liked the first fruits of Jacob that when he brought back to the household.
Yeah, he liked Cain.
Esau got real jealous.
Yeah, he liked the Cain, you know, because he was his firstborn son, you know. It's just like with Abraham and Isaac and Ishmael. It's your firstborn son, you gonna love him, you know what I'm saying? But what was happening then, the Lord was creating two nations.
You know they was twins, right?
Who?
Esau and Jacob.
Yeah, of course. Come. We're just getting the comparisons of Jacob and Esau and Cain and Abel. Abel names mean shepherd or pastor, man. You know, like Jacob, man. You know, so this is Esau and Jacob being played in the beginning right here, man. For those who can receive that, when you do your studies, you'll understand that, man.
Those who have an ear, let them hear.
And it came to pass, and it came in process. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering, he had no respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell.
So Cain, he brought an unrighteous offering to the Lord, and Abel brought a righteous offering, brought the first fruits.
And who told them about making an offering or sacrificing to the Lord, man? We had the law then. Adam had taught them the law, man. You know, even when did the Lord teach Adam the law, man? He breathed breath, when it say breathe breath in his nostrils, but what he told Adam, from all these trees of the garden, basically, you can eat of, but this tree of knowledge of good and evil, you can't eat of it, man. So basically, the son, he just summed it up, but to put that in other words, he had taught him the law, statutes, and commandments, man. These are the law, statutes, and commandments right here. When you go outside of this is what's gonna happen to you. Because what's sin? Sin is the transgression of the law. You know? So what did the Lord tell Adam? If you eat from this, you should surely die. So what did that mean? He went off and sinned, man. So the law was back then, man. You know, the law was given back then. But guess what? It was we was giving the law to our people verbally back then. Why? Adam lived 930 years. So if you got 930 years you living, that means you get to see your great grand. So the law was being passed down orally, man. But once they seen the days start getting cut short, and the Lord knew it, so then that's when we had to start keeping up with the records, you know what I'm saying, writing it down. But before then, we was passing it down orally, because we were living 1,000 years, man. What, Noah lived like to 600 to 700 years, man. You know, Methuselah lived the oldest, but Noah went into his 600 years, you know. So after the flood, but then, you know, we was still keeping records of stuff, you know what I'm saying, before then, but just showing the people, because you got a lot of people like to question the authenticity of the Bible, and then when you break it down to them like that, then they want to ask other questions, but you don't know the Bible, you know?
And just to add on what you said about the law and sinning, if it wasn't no law, if sin is transgression of the law, and if Abel broke the law, then he had to know the law. He had to know the ways of the. I mean not Abel, but Salaki, Adam.
Okay, come.
Then he had to know. The Most High had to teach him the law.
Right.
So that's all.
Because Adam realized they were naked. What did he say? He realized he had broke the law. He did. That's what it means when he realized he was naked.
Yeah.
He realized he had broke the law. You know, that's what make you naked. That's why the scripture said in Revelation 16 and 15.
Yeah,
see,
he had no shame.
Right, see, right.
Had
See,
no shame.
see that no man take
He
thy
didn't know he was
garment
naked.
unless you walk naked. So the wages of sin is death. So once Adam then went out, death entered into, you know what I'm saying? Now death entered into
Crazy,
the
man.
world, man.
That's a strong word, man. They bit that apple, and all of a sudden, immediately they realized they was naked.
And you know it wasn't no extra apple. You know it wasn't no apple, right?
Oh, what was it?
We gonna get it right quick. We gonna get it.
Pull something up.
Nah, I get it. I got it. You got the flow. I guess. Cause they taught us in church it was an apple. We all thought it was an apple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You on the apple phone, you got the bitten apple on the
I
phone.
heard
you
it
know what I'm saying?
wasn't an apple, but then we was like, well, did he go down on it? What did happen?
Right.
Never in the scriptures even said an apple.
Right.
You know, it just said fruit.
Oh, yeah, dude. The fruit was better than the fruit.
Just like in Matthew, where the Lord said, if this tree don't bear good fruit, it should be cut down.
Yeah.
And he, right, you know what I'm saying? So we represent the tree. What's the fruit?
Come. Your work.
The fruit can be your works, you know. But we gonna get a great precept for the fruits. What did Eve eat?
And that's it.
But she didn't sin when she ate. She charged a man. I mean, a guy charged a man to not. You get what I'm saying?
Because the man was the
woman.
head. He
Yeah.
gave Adam the law.
Yeah, she didn't know she was naked until she caused him to not eat.
Right.
Then they both realized they was naked.
You go to scripture right here though. This is Hosea chapter 10, verse 13. Ye have plowed wickedness, ye have reaped iniquity, ye have eaten the fruit of lies.
Come.
So that's what she ate, the fruit of lies.
Pull up the scripture where it said about the fruit in Genesis.
Okay, have ate the fruit of lies. She listened to the serpent when he told her, if you eat of this, you should not die. You should be like the Most High. See, so she listened to another philosophy. Because that's what all the serpent was a man, it wasn't no snake. Just like we call somebody a snake today that ain't right.
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
a subtile person that
Yeah.
ain't right, think he a snake.
So there was other people on the earth.
Yeah, right. That's
Not just
Genesis.
Adam and Eve.
Nah, that's
Yeah.
Genesis 5. We'll get that too.
Yeah. Let you know that
I mean, I heard him say, "Let us make men in our image."
Yeah,
men and women.
Yeah. So that was basically who the word
Let
ignorant-
us.
Yeah, right. So that's talking about them were the heavenly beings doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. So right. So that was the heavenly Father, and you have.
But you said, how was the other people on the earth?
I'm gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
You know I got us. I'm not just going.
Oh no, we're
Yes,
gonna get
man.
the scripture.
You know you're gonna get tested.
Yeah, we're gonna
constantly
bring the
getting
scripture.
tested.
Yeah, we're gonna bring the scripture out on that. It's
Okay,
just when he
fruit
went
of
to.
life.
It's just when he went to dealing when he went to on the story of Adam and Eve. Now this is the chosen lamb right here. This the lamb who he dealing with, you know. So this was this is the chosen people right here. These are sons and daughters of the Most High. But it was people around already, because even when Cain went and ran off, who Cain go marry? So it was people.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was
exactly.
people. But we're gonna get it though.
Say anybody who harmed Cain was cursed over 77 times or something like that.
Right, come. We finished that at Hosea, then we're gonna go back to Genesis. What you want to do?
Yeah, I was just saying, pull it up because you had just got the precept.
Finish that at Hosea.
Like I said, if you need me to pull something up, I'll pull up Genesis. Pull up the whole.
Back in Hosea chapter 10, verse 13. You have plowed wickedness, you have reaped iniquity, you have eaten the fruit of lies, because thou didst trust in thy way and in the multitude of thy mighty men. Right, so that's what Eve ended up doing, man. And the serpent convinced her to do that, trusting her own way. Because like you said, she saw that the fruit of the tree was good and she ate of it, man. You know, so she ate of the fruit of the lies. She listened to the lie. She basically listened to the philosophies of the other nations, man. And that same spirit that was in the serpent, it's the same spirit that was in Cain, man. So that's why the Lord even told, just get it.
Where are these other people? Where these other people come
We don't
from?
get it. That's Genesis 5.
And if there were other people, who are these other people?
The other nations. Because see, you always had.
So God made us.
You had the sons of God, you had the sons of the wicked, and you had the sons of men.
Oh.
So the sons of men represent the other nations. The sons of the wicked represented Esau.
Hey, you know it's funny. Recent scientific discovery seconds that statement you just made.
Yeah.
They found some bones. You know, the Lucy bones was over 100,000 years old. Then they found some other bones about 2 years ago in Morocco, way down in the dirt, that's 300,000 years old. And they said they were modern Homo erectus, and they were walking upon other humans that were not fully developed yet, that were still kind of walking this way, while other humans were walking upright at the same time. So you know that blows the lid off of everything.
What you got? Get Genesis 5.
So
first.
basically, there was the Nathandros or whatever they call them, and then there was also men that was already walking upright,
Right.
like God, like we walking right now,
Yeah,
like the modern day Homo sapiens.
See what that represent? It wasn't a physical thing. It was mental. You know,
Yeah.
we had the law, statutes, and commandments, so we was the upright ones, the sons of God. So everybody
And
outside of
the
it,
white man was still evolving.
yeah, right. He never could get the law, statutes, and commandments. So that's why through Cain, even though Adam taught Cain, Cain couldn't get it, cause like Isaiah 20:6-10 say, show favor to the wicked, yet he would not learn righteousness. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
the so-called white man, he can't learn righteousness. So that's why eventually he gonna have to be, he can't be reproved, he can't be correct. So he gonna have to be stomped out. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to be chased out of the word.
Well, wicked man will curse you for that, for reproof. For reproof.
Come. Yeah.
Wicked man will curse you for reproof.
Yeah, it's at the book of generations of Adam.
Female, he created them. Yeah, come. So this is the answer to your question right here.
All right.
This Genesis chapter 5, verse 1.
See, even though this is in Genesis 5, even though in Genesis 3 it start with Adam and Eve, is that Genesis 3? Nah, that started with the garden. Adam and Eve probably started in chapter 2.
Chapter 2, yeah. Chapter 2.
Right, so Adam and Eve, it starts with Adam and Eve because these are people who the Lord was dealing with, you know. And then, see, that's another thing people get twisted about the Bible. They think you can read it from the beginning to the end, get to understand it. It's a puzzle, so you have to put the pieces of the puzzle together. So this you might have chapter 1, 2, and 3 laying right up with each other. Then chapter 4 jumping into something else. So now you might have to go to a whole nother book to piece that up with chapter 4. So you got to go here a little, there a little. I know you heard like whom should I teach knowledge? Whom should I make understand doctrine? That'll wing from the breast. You know, precept upon precept, line upon line. You gotta go here a little, there a little. See, that's how this Bible leads. The Lord made it a puzzle, which only the truth,
Encrypted, it's encoded.
Right, it's encoded. And he had to do that because we wouldn't even have the Bible now. If the white man understood the Bible truly, we wouldn't even have it.
Right.
Go ahead.
All right, this Genesis chapter 5, verse 1. This is the book of the generations of Adam.
See, this is the book of the generations of Adam, the genealogy of Adam.
In the day that the Most High created man,
Right.
in the likeness of God made he him.
Made he him, talking about Adam. You know, so the Adamites, go ahead.
Male and female created he them,
See, male and female created he them. Go ahead.
and blessed them, and called their name Adam.
Right, and called their name Adam.
In the day when they were created.
Right. So male and female, he made them. So he had created the other nations too. It's just Adam and Eve was the chosen line. You know, because even in Genesis 6,
So that's saying right there what? What's that saying right there?
read it again.
This is the book of verse 1. This is the book of the generations of Adam.
Right,
In the day that God created man,
right,
in the likeness of God made he him.
right. Made he him. So
Okay.
who he created in the likeness.
Okay.
Made he him,
Him,
talking about
Adam.
Adam.
Okay.
Right, go ahead.
Male and female created he them.
Male and female created he them.
Yeah.
So now it's going into other people right here. Right. Go ahead.
And blessed them
And bless them.
and called their name Adam
Right.
in the day when they were created.
Right.
Keep going on.
Keep going.
And Adam lived 130 years and begot a son in his own likeness,
Right.
after his image, and called his name Self.
Right. See? You see how it now it went into self right here. It skipped over 8. It went into self. Now, let's finish that verse out.
I did.
We go ahead, go a little more.
And the days of Adam after he had begotten Self were 800 years, and he begot sons and daughters.
Right. So, because even after Genesis 5, then get Genesis 6. We'll show them something. We could have read down, get Genesis, got right out there. Cause see now, it skipped. Now it went into self. It never talks about Cain right there. You know, even though Genesis 4, it talks about when Cain was made. Cain was the righteous land. So now go back to Genesis 5. Now it jumps right into self because it's a chosen land. Nigga got fucking. Man, it's a bus full of fucking faggots. Man.
I know.
This is Genesis chapter 6, verse 1. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth.
Right, see, it came to pass. Listen, it came to pass. Men began to multiply on the earth. Now this Genesis 6 right here.
And daughters were born unto them,
Daughters were born into them.
that the sons of the Most High saw the
Say it right.
that the sons of God saw the daughters of men,
The sons of God saw the daughters of men. So who do you think the sons of God are, right?
Probably us.
Right, exactly. You're right. I see.
Yeah,
The
'cause-
churches
because
that teach that's
All the rest of
angels.
the races know that. They already
But-
they fear us like they fear God.
But see, the church taught us that those were angels right here, like the angels had sex with the sons and daughters. No,
God, they look at us like that though.
right,
The
we
stuff
are.
be
Yeah,
doing, they
we
look at us as angelic, man. They know who we are.
But I'm saying, our people taught us that, you know, like the church will teach us today.
celestial angels.
Yeah, like it's the celestial angels having daughters with regular human beings.
Right.
Go ahead.
That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair,
Right,
and that they took them wives of all which they chose.
right.
And the Lord said,
And what made us the sons of God? Because he gave us his laws, statutes, and commandments. So that's what made us the sons of God. He didn't give them to the other nations.
We develop differently.
Right.
Yeah.
We was the chosen land. And what made us develop differently? He chose us first and foremost. Then he gave us the laws, statutes, and commandments. So
And
that's
he
what.
chose us to be the strongest because we're supposed to govern. We're the only ones wired to govern the earth correctly.
Right. And how we
Otherwise,
gonna
the
govern
earth
the earth?
can't be happy without us controlling it, without us governing it.
Right. And how we gonna govern the earth? Through what? What's the rule? What's the
Collective
rule?
consciousness.
What's the rule though? What's the rule? Like the white man got, you know, he got his rule, his constitution, his bill of
To the
rights.
laws that Moses laid down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Right.
All the laws, though.
Right.
Not
Right.
just
All
the Ten
of them.
Commandments.
Nah,
but
all
all
of
the
them.
laws he was
Yeah.
talking about. In
Right.
Yup, in the Torah.
Right.
Yep.
Go ahead.
verse 3, and the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with
And
man.
you see this? If this was angels, why did the Lord say right after that, my spirit should not always thrive with man? Because he told us we ain't supposed to be going into we ain't supposed to be messing with the other nations, man. That's even in Deuteronomy 7. What he say? Don't give your sons and daughters to them, because they gonna turn them away from me, from you from
And the
following
Lord
me.
was with us the whole
You know?
time. He was watching. He was going through all
So
that.
this started that law was in
We
Genesis,
was
man.
putting God through all
It's just
that.
it got wrote down in paper in Deuteronomy, in Exodus, but that law was in Genesis, man. Right there, the sons of God. Go ahead. As a matter of fact, we're going to get every scripture on the sons of God in the New Testament too to show you who we just talking about. Go ahead, huh? But you see how the Lord said right after that, my spirit should not always strive with man. Why did he say my spirit shouldn't strive with the angels? If those are angels right there. He said it shouldn't strive with man, man. Because that's who that was. We are the sons of God, man. Even it's just everything had to manifest in this time. So even with Abraham, you had Adam, you had Abel, then you had Seth, then you had Enoch, then you had that righteous land going. They were still being called the sons of God. You even took Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Noah, you know. But then when it got into Jacob came, and Jacob's name was changed to Israel. He said, no, you should no more be called Jacob. Now your name is Yashar'Allah. How do you break Yashar'Allah down? Yah is he, Shar is prince, Allah is power. Basically saying he is the son of God. He is the son of God, basically. In other words, man. Go ahead,
Verse 3. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man.
Right.
For that he also is flesh.
He also is flesh, so this ain't talking about no anger, man. Go ahead.
Yet his days shall be 120 years.
Yeah, his days should be 120 years, man. So our time got cut drastically, man. You know, we went from 900, we went from averaging 900 years all the way to 120 years, man. And now that time been cut even short. Then later on in the scripture, what it say, count a man blessed if he lived 10 plus 10, 80 years, man. When did that start? When Adam went out into that, man. Shalom, Mark, shalom.
Shalom.
I'm there. What we gonna do, Mark? We gonna get all the scriptures on the sons of God. Yeah, we going live. Please step back with that scene, bro. I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, I got one I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Still we hold it, Genesis or Numbers?
Huh?
Still we hold Genesis or Numbers?
Yeah, we done. Which the angels calls the sons of God too. If somebody will try to like, well, what the Lord was talking about in Job? Oh, he was talking about the angels too. But guess what? What did Gabriel tell John? When John went by down to worship, he said, see if thou doest thou not. I am thy servant, and I am thy fellow servant and of thy brother. You know? Go ahead,
Start at the top. This is Hosea chapter 1, verse 1. The word of the Lord that came unto Hosea, the son of Beri, in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, and Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah. And in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Joash, king of Israel. The beginning of the word of the Lord by Hosea. And the Lord said to Hosea, go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms, for the land have committed great whoredom, departed from the Lord. So he went and took Gomer, the daughter of Diblaim, which conceived and bare him a son.
Right, and this basically what the brother going into in Hosea 1, when Paul referenced to in Romans 9, around verse 25 and 26, when he said there's no difference between what did he say, to the Jews first, then the Gentiles. This is what this breaking down. Them Gentiles he was talking about was people who became Gentiles, man. And he referenced it back to Hosea in this script. This description he was referencing it back to
what they was practicing.
Yeah, right.
The heathens.
Right. So this what he was referencing it to back in Hosea 1, man. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto him, call his name Jezreel, for yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Jehu, and will cause to cease the kingdom of the house of Israel.
Right, cause to cease the kingdom of the house of Israel.
It was taking shit down too.
And it came to pass at that day that I will break the bow of Israel in the valley of Jezreel. And she conceived again, and she bare a daughter. And the Most High said, and God said unto her, call her name Laram Kumah, for I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel,
right,
but I will utterly take them away.
So that's why even in Isaiah 14 he said, I will yet choose Israel and have mercy upon her, man. So cause he's gonna get that mercy back upon her. But now he gonna take the mercy from her. So that's part of that we just read in 2nd Ezra 6, the affliction of Zion being fulfilled. Us going through that affliction, the Lord took that mercy from off us, man. And punished us, man, and beat our butts, man. Go ahead.
But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by the Lord their power.
Right. This going to the house of Israel right here. Go ahead, because you had the two kingdoms, the house of Israel and the house of Judah. We split after Solomon died, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
And will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. Now when she had weaned Loroma, she conceived and bare a son. Then said God, call his name Lo-Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God.
Right.
Yet the number of the children of Israel.
Because who came to that Gentile state of man first? The northern kingdom, man. They were the first ones to go into captivity under the Assyrians, man. Because they were the first ones to start going to the right after the two kingdoms were split. Who was it? Jeroboam. Jeroboam. He started worshiping them other gods, man.
He on my waist. Jeroboam, he said, my father afflicted you little.
That was Rehoboam said that, or Jeroboam? That was Rehoboam said that.
That was Rehoboam that said that.
Yeah, Rehoboam told Jeroboam that. Right.
He was like,
basically like my
like,
father.
Man, you need to ease up on it. We need to start listening to the wise counsel, and they killed for you.
Right. Like the brother was saying, because the two kingdoms were split, man. But the northern kingdom was like they came to Rehoboam, man.
Yeah, they went to Rehoboam.
They went to Rehoboam and told him, look, we gonna serve you, man. If you just have mercy upon us, man. Just take that yoke upon us, like the brother said. Rehoboam, he ain't listen to the older, the elderly counsel. He listened to the young guy.
He said the affliction my father gave you was wicked.
Yeah, Jeroboam was wicked. Right. So Rehoboam basically was like, look. He basically told me, my pinky gonna outweigh. I'm gonna bring a heavier yoke than Solomon had on y'all. That's what made us split, man.
They killed him, man. Get up out of here.
That's what made the kingdom split, man.
His own conscience.
But it was all set up to, on a higher level. The Lord had it already playing that way.
Yeah, the Lord put his ass there.
Go ahead,
Verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea,
right,
which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power.
You are the sons of God.
Sons of the living God.
Right, sons of the living God. So there go one scripture saying we the sons of the living God. And this the place where it was said we were not, but now we are called the sons of God. Go ahead, that's it. Come on, bro.
Ain't this what Martin Luther King got killed right here in Mississippi?
He got killed in Memphis.
Oh, he killed Memphis, okay.
Yeah, 2 hours away. 2.5 hours away. Where you from, bro?
Yeah, I'm from Minnesota, man. I'm from Minnesota. They got
this one, Mega Evans got killed here. Mega Evans. He was a Jackson. They killed him before they killed Martin Luther King. Yeah. They assassinated him in his driveway, probably about 10 minutes away from him. In the neighborhood that I grew up in.
What was he doing?
He was a civil rights leader. Him and Martin, they was all, but they was all doing their thing. But he was stationed in Jackson. They killed him before Martin. They killed Mega Evans in '63.
Something happened where my Greyhound broke down. Miraculously broke down.
Yeah.
And they was like, don't lead the Greyhound. I'm like, I'm going a little bit, and before I could get to the corner store, I see y'all. I said, well, I gotta listen to the word of God now.
Yeah. You ain't missing your bus or nothing, though?
No, my bus gonna leave at 7.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, but I gotta go get my meal though. I'll be back.
Okay.
I got 5 o'clock meal.
Okay, bro. Now get John 1.
He ain't told you?
One and 12. See who you need to start above it. Because we gonna see we get into who those sons of God were. And still is in Genesis 6. What made them the sons of God? Because he gave them the law, statutes, and commandments, like Deuteronomy 7:6 say. I have made thee to be a holy people unto myself. What made us holy? This word.
point of? You moving the, like start at the top.
What you think?
Let's start in the middle. I mean, I can start at verse 6.
Okay.
This is John chapter 1, verse 6. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe.
All right.
He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light.
We sent to bear witness of that light. We not that light. We sent to bear witness of that light of his second coming. And John came again too. Go ahead.
That's it.
Con, now. Shalom to Abadiah, Shalom, bro. Go ahead.
That was the true light, which light every man that cometh into the world.
Right, come.
He was in the world, and the world was made by him.
He was in the world, and the world was made by him. We just read over the account of that, man. Go ahead.
And the world knew him not.
And the world knew him not.
He came unto his own, and his own received him not.
Talking about the 2/3 of our people, man. The old wicked Pharisees, scribes, and Pharisees, and Sadducees, they the ones who received him not. Go ahead, because like he told them, you are of your father, the devil. And the lust of your father you would do. He was a murderer from the beginning, talking about Cain. Go ahead.
But as many as received him to give he power to become the sons of men. Read that over. Read that over. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God.
So to them he gave power to become the sons of God. As many as received him, man. So this who those sons of God were in Genesis, the 6th chapter. But the sons of God always went out. Start with Adam, man. And that's why Yahushua, who was already set up for Yahushua to come. Why you think in Genesis, the 49th chapter, what Jacob say? Unto him shall the gathering of the people. And when Shiloh come, unto him shall the gathering of the people be. So even Yahushua, you get the beginning of the end in the book of Genesis, man. And Jacob was telling you this should befall my sons in the last days, man. Go ahead.
Even to them that believe on his name.
Even to them that believe on his name. What? Read that again. Yeah.
Even to them that believe on his name.
Even to them that believe on his name, they was granted to be the sons of God. What did it say about Seth? When Seth was born in Enoch, then men began to call on the name of the Lord, going into the sons of God. Thank you. Romans 8 and 14. They're showing the New Testament, the Old Testament, it's the same thing. It's just like the angel told Daniel. You should run to and fro. Knowledge gonna be increased, basically, man. So knowledge have been increased from that time until now, man. It's just a greater revelation, greater manifestation of the word out of Yahushua, like going back to Genesis 49 again. Matter of fact, get Genesis 49 real quick. When Jacob said, going to when Shiloh comes. We just read it in John 1, so we might as well get it now to the Like we say, we not the light, we just come to bear witness of that light. That started in Genesis, man. This is the beginning. But that's why the Lord said, when we read the 2nd Ezra 6, he had it all planned from the beginning, man.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise.
So Judah, you so-called Negro, you are he whom thy brother shall praise. Everybody, all the other tribes, they follow after Judah. Whatever Judah do, they follow it, man, because Judah is the head tribe. So you are he whom thy brother shall praise.
Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemy.
Our hands are in the neck of our enemies, and we ready to bring him down, man. We in North America. This the neck of the enemy right here. North America, man. And then you got Judah almost in every position. Other so-called white man, whether it's his military, his police force, Judah is there, man. Sports.
Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Right. That's what it say. What it say in Zechariah, and the tents of Judah shall be saved first, so that no other tribe magnify himself above Judah. Go ahead. That's in Genesis. This is what you see, Jacob's prophesied, you know, everything's in Genesis, but when it goes on into the rest of the books, it's just more manifestation and knowledge being increased of what they was talking about. The Lord was steady speaking through his prophets, though, through his men. Jacob is a prophet, man. He prophesying right now. Abraham was a prophet. Isaac was a prophet. Go ahead.
Judah is a lion's whelp.
Judah is a lion's whelp.
From the prey, my son.
This Jacob prophesying right here, man. Judah is a lion's whelp. Go ahead.
From the prey, my son, thou art gone up.
Right, from the prey, thou art gone up, because doing that civil rights movement with Judah straight, and all the other tribes ready to fall right in line, man. Doing the Rodney King riots, when Judah started to ride, you had the Hispanics and the Latinos riding right along with them, man. That's how it's gonna go, man. So out there in the street, Judah act like they ready to strike, man. You know, go ahead.
And as a lone lion, who shall rouse him up?
As an old lion, what did Judah do? He fall back into that old lion state of mind, man. You know, he'll be crunk for a few days somehow, and then fall back, you know what I'm saying, and back into the old state of land. But who shall rouse him up, man? This word is what's gonna rouse Judah up, man. This the only thing gonna rouse Judah up. Ain't nothing you damn devils can do. Now y'all be trying to rouse Judah up on the slick side, man. So y'all can implement what y'all want to implement. That's not what's gonna rouse Judah up. These words is what's gonna rouse Judah up, man. These words right here, man. Go ahead.
The scepter shall not depart from Judah.
The scepter, not the rulership, not gonna depart from Judah. Go ahead.
Nor a lawgiver from between his feet.
Nor a lawgiver from between his feet. Go ahead.
Until Shiloh comes.
Until Shiloh come. Until who the word ignorant called Jesus Christ come. Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And unto him shall be the gathering of the people be.
And unto him shall the gathering of the people be, man. Because this all we doing is speaking Yahweh Shai. Every word we speak is Yahweh Shai, because the word became flesh. So he is the word. Go ahead.
Binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass's coat unto the choice vine.
We just read about that in John. Go ahead.
He washed his garments in wine.
He washed his garments in wine. He drunk a lot of wine.
And his clothes in the blood of grapes.
Come.
His eyes shall be red with wine.
His eyes shall be red with wine. That also represents he washed his clothes in wine. This represents his coming back. Who is this that come from Basel? Garments dyed. Go ahead. Garments washed in wine, basically, man.
Who is this that comes from Basel? Who is this that comes
from Basel?
I have to pull it
He
up.
said it right. Who is this that come from Basel with garments dyed in red?
And his teeth white with milk.
Come, they go back to Romans 8.
This who is that come from Edom without going.
Yeah, you're right. Right, come.
Alright, this Romans chapter 8. I'm gonna start at verse 12. Therefore, brethren, we are debtors, not to the flesh.
Start at 1, huh?
1.
I think, yeah, start at 1. The point is in 12, and let's start at 1.
Verse 1. There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Because he died, he died. This the word he died for, man. There is no condemnation in him, which destroys with the elect first, man. Because 2/3 of people, you're going to die in your sins, man. You know, by you hearing this word, now you have no cloak for your sins. Go ahead.
Who walk not after the flesh,
Right.
but after the spirit.
Who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. What is that talking about? Go ahead. Walking after the flesh means you not walking after the law, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead.
For the law of the spirit of life in Yahweh Shah Mashiach have made me free from the law of sin and death.
Right, the law of sin and death. Go ahead.
For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, the Most High sending his own Son in the
Go ahead.
likeness of sinful flesh.
See, the law couldn't save us. Even when he gave the laws to Adam from the beginning, he knew the law couldn't save Adam. The law was just added. The law, he gave Adam in the law so that they'll know right from wrong. You know?
How to govern themselves.
Right, so they'll know how to govern themselves. The law was the law was our schoolmaster to Yahweh Shai. Because he is the law. Go ahead. So what the law couldn't do, the law couldn't save us, the law couldn't make us righteous. You know, only Yahweh Shai could do that. The one who created us. Go ahead.
The Most High sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh,
Right.
and for sin, condemned sin in the flesh.
Do we make void the law through faith? God forbid. We establish the law. Go ahead.
That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us,
That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us. Go ahead.
who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit.
Right.
For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
Right.
But they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit.
Right.
For to be carnally minded is death,
To be carnally minded is death.
but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
So that's what the serpent taught Eve, to be carnally minded. And she passed that philosophy on to Adam. So that was the fruit of the lie she ate of. You know, which brought death into the world. Go ahead.
Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High.
What the carnal mind is enmity between the Most High. And I was just thinking that scripture when you read it. What did he tell the serpent? I will make
Enmity between thee and the woman.
I put enmity between thy seed and the woman's seed. Talking about the seed of Israel and the serpent seed of you damn devils. He put enmity between us. So go read that again. Because you damn devils, you so-called white people, you carnally minded, man. That's how you roll through your flesh, man. Straight flesh. Go ahead.
Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High.
Right.
For it is not subject to the law of the Most High.
It is not subject to the law of the Most High. So Cain wasn't subject to the law of the Most High. You know, the serpent wasn't neither. Which we go ahead.
Neither indeed can be.
Neither what?
Indeed can be.
And neither did couldn't be. So that's why he told Cain. Matter of fact, we're gonna have to go back to this because we stopped it. If thou doest well, will that not be accepted? Matter of fact, get that Nancy, finish that verse there, because it said, read that scripture again, though.
Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High.
Right.
For it is not subject to the law of the Most
It
High.
is not subject to the law of the Most High.
Neither indeed can be.
Neither indeed can be. Go ahead.
That's it.
Now, yeah, now get to there to Genesis 4 with Cain. Where we left off with Cain. When it say Cain, his countenance fell.
Alright, this Genesis chapter 4.
It's the Cain sacrifice.
Genesis chapter 4.
Matter of fact, start with Abel and Cain sacrifice.
Genesis chapter 4, verse 4. And Abel, he also, Genesis chapter 4, verse 3. And in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground and offering unto the Most High.
Right.
And Abel, he also took of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof.
The firstlings of his flock and the fat thereof, which represents the first fruits. Abel offered up the first fruits of his flocks, man. Going into Revelation 14, man. These are the first fruits of the Most High. They follow the land whithersoever he goeth. When you look the words first fruits up in Revelation 14, those, it said, of men who was consecrated to the Most High from all times, man. Starting back with Abel into now, man. That's why even Yahweh Shai said, from the blood of righteous Abel to Zechariah, who was slain before the altar, man. Go ahead.
And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of the flock and of the fat thereof.
Right, because Abel was spiritually man. Cain was carnally man, man. The carnal man couldn't be subject to the law of the Most High. That's why Cain ain't offer up what he was taught to offer up, man. Because his man, he couldn't be subject to the law, man. Because he was made to be carnally man. Go ahead.
And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering.
Right.
But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect.
Go ahead.
And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell.
Right.
And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth?
Right.
And why is thy countenance fallen?
Done. What did it say? Esau count. What did it say? Though he sought it with tears. Though he sought it carefully with tears. Go
There was
ahead.
no place of repentance.
No place of repentance was found for him. Same thing with Cain right here. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen?
Right.
If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted?
If thou doest well, will thou not be accepted? Go ahead.
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
Sin lies at the door. Go ahead.
And unto thee shall be his desire.
And unto thee should be his desire. Go ahead.
And thou shalt rule over him.
Right.
That's the one, right?
Keep going.
And Cain talked with Abel, his brother.
Right.
And it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
I wonder what Cain was talking to Abel about, man. You know what I'm saying? He in the field talking to his brother. Yeah, he just gonna slay him, man. Abel probably told him the same thing. Man, why you ain't bring what you supposed to bring, man? What's wrong, Cain? What you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to get mad and slay Abel.
Right, man. You know what I'm saying? Why he saying he dad say he talking to Abel, all of a sudden Cain slew him. I wonder what the conversation was about.
Probably took it out.
Huh?
He probably took it out.
Everybody told him, man, what happened, man? Why you ain't off up to the phone off up, man? You tripping, man. Cain like, what? Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother?
Right, what Abel at?
And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?
Right, so now he getting smart with the Lord, man. Am I my brother's keeper?
And he said, What hast thou done?
Huh.
The voice of thy brother's blood cried unto me from the ground.
What we read in 2nd Ezra. Voice of thy brother's blood cried to me from the ground.
And now art thou cursed from the earth,
Now thou cursed from the earth,
which have opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
right?
And when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
So this why the white man always trying to take everybody's resources, cause the ground when he till the ground don't yield for strength, man, because he not subject to the law of the Most High. Another prime example of Cain and Abel, as the white man being Cain and Abel being Jacob, basically. Cain being Esau and Abel being Jacob. When the so-called white man came to the Americas, the Native American Indians taught him how to grow. American land was depleted of all its nutrients, man. So that's another prime example of you being taught, but your mind is not subject to the law of the Most High. Because you know that the Northern Kingdom taught you, man. They taught you how to grow different crops, man. And they was keeping the land savage. So you know if they taught you how to grow crops, they told you, look, man, on the 7th year, you gotta move, man. You can't stay in this spot. But you didn't do that because your mind ain't subject to the law of the Most High, and the earth wouldn't yield fruit to you. So that's why you go across the whole earth taking everybody's resources and stuff, man. That's why now America have to import all the different fruits and produce in, man. If they don't do that, well, that's why they had to create GMOs, man. That's why Europe was known as the bottomless pit, man. Because the earth don't yield her increase to Cain. which is Esau in the reincarnation, man. Like the brother said, a man of the field, a tiller of the ground. Same thing, man. Go ahead.
When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
Right.
A vagabond and a fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth.
Fugitive and a vagabond. What's a fugitive, man? Somebody escaping their sentence, they crimes, man. That's the so-called white, man. You still ain't paid, man. But now it's your time, man. You always running, man. Don't want to hold up for what you did, man. Go ahead.
And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
Right, that's the same thing, basically what Esau said. We broke down and cried. It ain't no blessing for me. No, you keep wait. When Isaac told him, oh, you look, I gave everything your brother, you gonna have to serve him. Same thing what Cain Esau said, man. That's greater than I can bear, man. You don't got but one blessing. Go ahead. Here go Cain blessing right here.
My punishment is greater than I can bear.
Right.
Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth.
Right.
And from thy face shall I be hid.
Right.
And I shall be.
Thou have driven me out from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. That sound like no place of repentance, though.
And a fugitive shall I be, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth.
Right.
And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
And that's gonna happen eventually. Everyone gonna slay thee. Go ahead.
And the Lord said to him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
That's why everybody kind of hesitant of getting the so-called white man, man. How they know you kill a white man, man. They'll give your ass the death penalty, man. They do all type of shit to you, man. You know? Go ahead.
And the Lord set a mark upon Cain.
So this when you got your melanin took, your pigmentation, man. You know? Go ahead.
Lest any finding him should kill him.
And any finding him should kill him, man. Go ahead. Now go back to Romans.
Romans chapter 8 verse 7, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High.
Right.
For it is not subject to the law of the Most High.
So that's Cain, man. Go ahead.
Neither indeed can be.
Neither indeed can be.
So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High.
Right.
But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit.
Right. We're in the spirit. Go ahead.
If so be that the spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you.
Right.
Now, if any man have not the spirit of Yahushua, he is none of his. And if Yahushua be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the spirit is life because of righteousness. But if the spirit of him that raiseth up Yahushua from the dead dwelleth in you, he that raiseth up Yahushua from the dead shall also quicken your mortal body.
Shall quicken our mortal body. So what does Paul mean by that? Get Romans 7, because we still gonna go off. But now we got that spirit in us, which now we understand it when we go off now, you know? So like Paul said, I got to get there in things in Romans 7. I got the law of my spirit, law of my mind, one with the law of my body, with my members. Because this don't mean we're not gonna go off. But in our mind now, our mind is fixed and set on the law, you know? So now we know when we go out, we pray for when we go out, and we try our best not to go out. So now, so we ain't walking carnally minded no more. So now we ain't walking, we just doing whatever. It's our mind, it ain't nothing wrong with it. You got it. I ran verse, 15, 16?
This Romans chapter 7 verse 14. We know that the law is spiritual.
See, we know that the law is spiritual. So that's what it's talking about when it said, he that walk after the flesh is flesh, he that walk after the spirit, he that walk after the law. The law is spiritual. So the law is what make you spiritually minded. Go ahead.
But I am carnal.
But this flesh, talking about this body we in is carnal. Go ahead.
Sold under sin.
Sold under sin. We was born into it. That's why I said, through one man, sin came into the world. Through one man, we shall all die. Through one man, we go all be saved. For the first Adam, going to the first Adam and the second Adam, man. Which that's a whole nother subject, man. Go ahead.
But that which I do, I allow not.
That which I do, I allow not. So you still gonna go out because you in the flesh. Go ahead.
For what I would, that do I not.
Because even when Adam went out, he knew he was naked. Why? Because he was spiritually minded. Even though he went out, the serpent just convinced them to do it. Was this the same spirit? The serpent is basically the same spirit in Cain go all the way up to Esau, man. It's the same spirit. But that's when made Adam realize he was naked? Why? He was spiritually minded. The law was still in his mind. So when he went out and he realized, he like, oh, I done went out, man. So then when he said they made leaves and sewed them together, they trying to hide their sin. They hid among the trees. Now they were trying to hide amongst the other nations like they ain't done nothing, man. But in his mind, he knew he went out. So Adam wasn't carnally minded. He was Adam was spiritually minded. This is this going into it right here, man. Go ahead. How else would Adam knew he went out? The law is spiritual. Start over again when I say the law is spiritual. What verse 13 say?
Verse 13. But then,
if it's something, if it's something you can read, read.
I'm starting at 12.
Okay.
Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy.
Right, see, the law is holy, and the commandment's holy. So this what made us separate. This is what made Adam and them different from everybody else. Because the law is holy. The commandments are holy. Go ahead.
And just.
And just.
And good.
And good.
But then that which is good made death unto me.
See, but then that which is good made death unto me. Who did that start with? Adam. That which was good made death unto Adam. He gave him the law. Don't touch the tree right here. Don't touch these philosophies. Don't eat of these fruit of lies, basically. And when he done it, that made death. So death kept coming from Adam into there. You got Paul talking about it, man. Go ahead.
Most High forbid.
Right.
But sin, that it might appear sin.
But sin, that it might appear sin. Then that sin appear sin unto Adam. How else would it appear sin unto Adam if he didn't know the righteous side? If he didn't know the law, if he didn't have the law? Go ahead.
But saying that it might appear sin, working death in me,
right,
by that which is good, that sin by the commandment might become exceedingly simple.
Right.
For we know that the law is spiritual.
See, we know that the law is spiritual. So this is what Paul was saying in Romans 8, which we're gonna go back to. If you walk in, if you got them laws in your mind, that's what make you spiritual. The law. Go ahead. But we know we can't keep it perfect, so that's where your house shot come in. That's where that even when we got the law, and then Moses created the Ark of the Covenant and everything, the Ark of the Covenant basically. And they had they had the mercy seat in there and all that. That mercy seat representing your house shot, man. Come. Go ahead.
But I am carnal.
But we carnal. Go ahead.
Sold under sin. For that which I do, I allow not.
That which I do, I allow not.
For what I would, that do I not.
But we would, that would we not. We want to keep it perfectly, but we don't. Go ahead.
But what I hate, that do I.
What we hate, we do it. Go ahead.
And then I do that which I would not. I consent unto the law that is not good, that it is good.
See, I consent unto the law that it is not good. So
that it is good.
So now I'm in my mind like, man, I know I went out. I'm praying for this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm spiritually minded. I'm not carnally minded now no more. I'm not going out and say that felt good. I'm gonna do it again. It ain't got no type of conviction in my spirit about it. Go ahead. That's carnally minded. Go ahead.
Now then, it is no more I that do it.
It is not. Then we start to understand. It ain't me that's doing it. Go ahead.
But sin that dwelleth in me.
But sin that dwelleth in me is this flesh. Go ahead.
For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me, But how to perform that which is good, I find not.
Right. Go ahead.
For the
No,
good,
that's why the scripture said we was born in sin. Go ahead.
for the good that I would, I do not. But the evil which I would not, that I do. Now, if I do that, I would not. It is no more I that do it,
Right.
but sin that dwelleth in me.
Right.
I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me.
Right.
For I delight in the law of the Most High after the inward man.
We delight of the law of the Most High after the inward man. That's after your mind. Go ahead.
But I see another law in my members,
I see another law in my members,
warring against the law of my mind,
warring against the law of my mind.
and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin which is in my members.
Right.
O wretched man that I am,
Oh, wretched man that we are,
who shall deliver me from the body of this death?
we should deliver us from the body of this death.
I think Yahweh through Yahweh Shai our Lord.
And to him shall the gathering of the people be. Go ahead.
So then, with my mind, I myself serve the law of Yahweh.
So with thy man, we serve the law of the Lord. Go ahead. Or Yahweh. By Yahweh Shai.
But with the flesh, the law of sin.
But with the flesh, the law of sin. Yes,
Yeah.
then it's going to
I'm jumping back to 8.
right, now jump back to 8. With that, see, yeah, you had to read 7 to really understand what Paul was talking about at 8. Yeah, I'll go back to Genesis though. That's why everything Paul was talking about started with Adam, man. That's how Adam knew he went out. That's how Adam knew he was naked. How he had the law in his mind. But the Lord already knew he was gonna go off anyway. It's just the Lord's program, man. That's what Romans 8 finna get into too when you read on down. Go ahead. Hey, ain't nobody can tell the spirit of your house about you in the house time, man. Just being real, man. Go ahead, dog.
I'm going to start back in Romans chapter 7, start back at verse 6. Romans 8, verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Right.
Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be.
That's why he told the serpent, with your seed and her seed, I should put enmity between y'all. In your punishment, you're going to lick the dust of the earth. Whose punishment is that? Esau. Which that lower state he going to be in, man. You know what I mean?
So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High.
Right.
But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit.
We are in the spirit. Talking about the law of our mind. The law is spiritual, go ahead.
If so be that the spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you.
Right. The spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you, go ahead.
Now if any man have not the spirit of Yahweh Shai, he is none of his.
Come.
And if Yahweh Shai be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the spirit of life because of righteousness.
Right.
The spirit is life because of righteousness.
Right. The spirit is life because of righteousness, go ahead.
But if the spirit of him that raised up Yahweh Shai from the dead dwelleth in you,
Right.
he that raised up Yahweh Shai from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you.
Come.
Therefore, brethren, we are debtors not to the flesh to live after the flesh.
Right.
For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die.
You live after the flesh, you should die. Basically, if you break these laws, you should die. That's Baruch 4, right?
Come.
This is the book of the commandments of the
Most High.
of the Most High. This is the book and the law and the commandments of the Most High
All
forever. It's
All
the-
they that keep it shall come to life, and all they that leave it shall die.
Come. Baruch 4, chapter verse 1. Go ahead.
For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die.
Right.
But if ye live through the Spirit, do mortify the deeds of your body.
How you mortify the deeds of your body? By keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. So basically, he said if you keep the law, but you still gotta have faith in your house shine first, go ahead.
Ye shall live.
You should live. Go ahead.
For as many as are led by the Spirit of the Most High,
Many are led by the Spirit of the Most High.
they are called the sons of God.
They are called the sons of God. So if you led by the law, through your house shine, you are called the sons of God. So this going right back to Genesis 6. This who those sons of God were. Go ahead.
For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear,
Right.
but ye received the spirit of adoption,
Right.
whereby we cry, Abba, Father.
Abba Father. Go ahead.
The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit.
Spirit bear self with our spirit. What spirit? The word. Read it again.
The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit.
Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit.
That
What
we-
did Yahweh say? John 6, these words that I speak unto you, they are life, they are spirit. So this word bear witness with our spirit. Go ahead.
That we are the children of the Most High.
That we are the who? The children of God, right?
Go.
Of the Most High. Go ahead. Sons of God again. Go ahead.
And if children, then heirs.
If children's then heirs.
Heirs of the Most High.
Come, we're going to read this out, huh?
And joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. If so be that we suffer with him,
If so be that we suffer with him.
that we may be also glorified together.
Right now, but you only got the Israel of the Most High right now. You know? So this going to the elect right here. Go ahead.
For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Come.
For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of God.
See, so the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of God. Go ahead. Who they waiting on, angels?
For the creature was made subject.
Perfect scripture.
For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly.
See, the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly. If you look up that word vanity right there, foolishness. So the creature was made subject to vanity. What creature? It started with Adam. This body was made subject to vanity, man, to foolishness, to go off. That's what that's talking about right there. Not willingly, go ahead. Not by our will, go ahead.
But by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope.
But by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope. Who is that him that subjected the same in hope? Yahweh, why? Yahweh Shai. So that's why you was made that's why the creature was made subject to go out. So that you would have to call on the Most High. If Adam would have kept it perfectly, because Adam basically was doing begging for the Most High mercy when he came. It's the woman that gave. The word of the Lord say, oh, okay, you gonna pay, but he had mercy on them though. He had mercy on Adam and Eve, because they are the children of the Most High. Why he had mercy on Cain when Cain went out? Because mercy don't go to the wicked, man. You know, ain't no place of repentance is found for Cain and Esau, man. But he had mercy to Adam. Adam went off, you know what I'm saying? Right, man. Go ahead and read that again.
For the creature was made subject to vanity.
So we was made subject to vanity. That's right. Go ahead.
Not willingly.
Right.
But by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope.
So we was made, this body was made to go out so we can have hope in Yahweh Shai. We can ask him we can call back on because we kept it perfectly. What need did we call on him? They were looking at ourselves like we some. Like we God, you know.
Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption.
The creature itself also should be delivered from the bondage of corruption, which is this flesh.
To the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High.
To the glorious liberty of to the children of God again. Go ahead.
For we know that the whole creature grown up and travaileth. The whole creation grown up and travaileth in pain together until now.
The whole creation was just really talking about the whole nation of Israel right here, man. They groaning and travaileth now. But they don't even know why they groaning and travail. That's why people are always looking for a leader. They always looking for some great leader to deliver them out of their affliction, man. So they groan. Read it again.
For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now.
Until now, go ahead.
And not only they,
this was gonna prove this only talking about Israel. Go ahead.
but ourselves also,
Which
which have the first fruits of the Spirit,
have the first fruits of the Spirit.
even we ourselves grown within ourselves.
Which who was had the first fruits of the Spirit? The 144,000. These are the first fruits, which follow the land whithersoever he goeth. This was representative of what Abel was offering up, the firstlings of his flock. Just like during the time of the Passover, when the Lord told us go get a lamb without blemish and put his blood post on the door, that was representative of Yahushua, a shadow of things to come that be manifested when it was time for it to be manifested, basically. Read that again, bro.
And not only they, but ourselves also, which are the first fruits of the Spirit.
Having the first fruits of the Spirit, we grown in travailing with them. Having the first fruits of the Spirit. Even though we got this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, we still in this body of corruption. So we still feel the pain, we still feel the suffering, we still feel the doubt. We still asking the Lord how long. You know, we still subject to the same thing that the 2/3 subject to. You know, just like when Yahushua came, he was subject to that too. He got fearful. He got scared. Doubt raised in him. That's why he said, Lord, take this cup from me, but let thy will be done. So the Lord had to send angels to strengthen him to go through what he had to go through. Just like the Lord had to send angels to strengthen us. We might don't see them, but the angels be right there strengthening you, sprinkling you, whether you sleep or not. To put that anointing on you so you can go through what you have to go through. Cause you don't act like you don't have your down days, and it's true those who got the first fruits of the Spirit. Don't act like you don't have your down days. They all in the scriptures. Didn't John have his down days? John the Baptist was born with the Holy Spirit. John the Baptist knew who Yahushua was when he baptized. But when John the Baptist got locked up, he sent his disciples to ask Yahushua, is you he who we look for, or do we look for another? Because he was in this corrupted flesh. And he was bound to this flesh. He was bound to the flesh, which the flesh raises down in all it. You know, but what did Yahushua do? He sent them disciples back to John to confirm him. The blind received their sight. The blind received sight. The lame have been healed. And now the gospel is preached unto the poor. So he sent the disciples back, told John, don't trip. Reconfirmed John's faith, and John was beheaded, man. You know, go ahead.
Even we ourselves grown within ourselves.
Even we ourselves grown within ourselves.
Waiting for the adoption to wit.
Waiting for the adoption to wit. There you go. So we grown within ourselves, man. Cause we want this to be over. But we gotta wait, baby. It's patience. In your patience possess ye your souls. Go ahead.
The redemption of our body.
The redemption of our body.
For we are saved by hope.
Right, we are saved by hope.
But hope that is seen is not hope.
So there you go. The creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope. We saved by hope. Go ahead.
For what a man seeth, why doeth he yet hope for?
Right.
But we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it.
Then we with patience wait for it. Go ahead.
Likewise the Spirit.
There you go. Then that patience. Go ahead.
Likewise the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities.
Right. So likewise, the Spirit helpeth our infirmities.
For we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercessions for us with groanings which cannot be uttered.
So we know not we ought to pray for when we pray, man. But the Spirit, Yahushua, is praying for you, man. You know? Yahushua praying for us, man. What Yahushua told, I pray for them, I pray not for the world.
Come on. And he that searcheth the hearts know what is the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints.
There you go. He maketh intercession for the saints.
According to the will of the Most High.
Come on.
And we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High.
So everything you go through, no matter what it is, it's to mold you into a son and daughters of the Most High. You know, if you part of the elect, all things work together good for you, no matter what it is, man. Go ahead.
To them who are called according to his purpose.
To them who are called according to his purpose. You go ahead.
For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate.
You be foreknew.
To be
predestinated, go ahead.
To be conformed to the image of his son.
Right.
That he might be the firstborn amongst many brethren.
Right.
Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called. And whom he called, them he also justified.
Whom he called, he also justified. Go ahead.
And whom he justified, he also glorified. For what shall we say? What shall we then say to these things? If the Most High be for us, who can be against us?
Right.
Go
ahead. Read a little more.
He that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things?
Now you can go ahead. What you think we should finish it at?
It don't matter.
Read one more verse, then we're gonna go to Galatians 4. We're gonna stick on this subject of the sons of God. Go ahead.
Who shall lay anything to the charge of the Most High's elect?
Right.
It is the Most High that justifies.
Come. Galatians 4.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 1. Now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, differeth nothing from a servant.
The heir, as long as he is a child, differeth nothing from the servant. We joint heirs. Go ahead.
Though he be Lord of all,
come.
But is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father.
But it's under tutors and governors until the time appointed unto the fathers. Go ahead.
Even so we, when we were children, were in bondage under the elements of the world.
Right.
For when the fullness of the time was come.
See, when the fullness of the time was come,
the Most High sent forth his son,
right,
made of a woman.
What did Jacob say?
Until Shiloh come.
Right. To the gathering of the people be. Go ahead.
But when the fullness of the time was come,
the fullness of the time was come, go ahead.
The Most High sent forth his son,
right,
made of a woman,
made under the law,
to redeem them that were under the law,
to redeem them that was under the law,
to the gathering of the people shall be, that we might receive the adoption of sons,
that we might receive the adoptions of sons of God. Go ahead, we had to be adopted back. That's what the Lord said in Genesis 6. My spirit should not always dwell with man. He was talking about us, man. He gonna turn our back on us for a little bit, like you read in Hosea. He wasn't gonna have mercy on the house of Israel. Then he went to the house of Israel and the house of Judah. Go ahead. But then Isaiah 14, I will yet have mercy on Jacob. I will yet choose Jacob and have mercy on Israel. Go ahead.
And because ye are sons, the Most High have sent forth the Spirit of His Son into your hearts, crying, Abba, Father.
Come, that's right.
Wherefore thou art no more a servant, but a son.
Wherefore we are no more a servant, but a son. Go ahead.
And if a son, then an heir of Yahweh through Yahweh Shai.
That's right. So the heir was we was already set up to be heir through from Adam until now, man. But when Adam went out, what did he say? You not granted no more the tree of paradise. Now now you finna go through it. And we've been going through it ever since. You get Philippians. It's 2 and start at the top. It's the point is in 15. We're gonna get a couple more scriptures, then we're gonna close, man.
Chapter 2, verse 1.
Did you want to go back into that? What you was going to do?
I forgot what I was going into.
You know, we started out with the prophets and stuff.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Jake did. But guess what? Right, what Jake had just came with, I was thinking about that last night or the night before. I was just, now Jake came with it.
You remember him?
Yeah. With the male and female, all that stuff I was just thinking about the last couple of nights. You know, I guess it was the spirit. You know, I am guessing it was the spirit.
God, this Philippians chapter 2, verse 1. If there be any,
What we going into who are those sons of God. And then we started it from the Old Testament. It was more scriptures in the Old. Now we're going to go to the New Testament, showing you those same sons of God are here. And it wasn't angels, but we are the brethren of the angels. We join the heirs.
if there be therefore any consolation in Yahushua, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any bowels and mercies, fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in the lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves.
Right. So this what the sons of the God, this what the children, sons and the daughters of the Most High gonna be do, but it always starts with the son.
Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Yahushua HaMashiach, who being in the form of the Most High thought it not robbery to be equal with the Most High, but made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of them, of men, and being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross.
That's right.
Wherefore the Most High also have highly exalted him, and given him a name which is above every name, that at the name of Yahushua every knee shall bow, of things in heaven and things in earth and things under the earth, and that every tongue should confess that Yahushua HaMashiach is the Lord, to the glory of the Most High. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence,
That's right.
work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. For it is Yahweh which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Do all things without murmurings and disputings,
Right.
that ye may be blameless and harmless,
That you may be blameless and harmless,
the sons of Yahweh without rebuke,
the sons of God without rebuke.
in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation,
Right. So this is what make you sons of God. You know, by keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know, who he gave to the sons of God. Go ahead.
among whom ye shine as lights in the world.
Right. That it on there. What verse is it?
15.
That it on there.
I'll read the next one. Holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of Yahushua, that I have not run in vain, neither labored in vain.
Then get 1 John chapter 3. Start at 1.
First John.
Then we're gonna read down. It's perfect.
This 1 John chapter 3, verse 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon
What
us,
manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, go ahead,
that we should be called the sons of God.
that we should be called the sons of God. There it go again.
Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not.
Come.
Beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it doeth not yet appear what we shall be.
Right.
But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him.
Right, but we know it is when he shall appear, we should be like him. Go ahead.
For we shall see him as he
We're
is.
gonna see him as he is. He's gonna be a dark-skinned man with woolly hair.
And every man that have his
And
hope,
he is a dark-skinned man with woolly hair.
and every man that have his hope in him,
Every man have his hope in him.
purifieth himself,
Right.
even as he is pure.
Right.
whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law.
There you go. Whosoever committed sin also transgresses the law.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
Uh-huh.
And ye know that he was manifested to take away our sins,
Right.
and in him is no sin.
Go ahead.
Whosoever abideth in him sinneth not. Whosoever sinneth have not seen him.
That don't mean we not gonna go out, man. He just, like you said, blessed is he whom sins he don't impute, man. That he don't count against him, man. You know, if you part of the elect, even though you go out, the Lord don't count it. He don't count it against you, man. If you part of this elect, man. Going to Romans 8, we can't read. Can't none separate the elect from his love. Go ahead.
Whosoever abideth in him sinneth not.
Right.
Whosoever sinneth not. Whosoever sinneth have not seen him, neither known him.
Right. And this go right back into who? Cain. Go ahead.
Little children, let no man deceive you.
Right.
He that doeth righteousness is righteous,
Right.
even as he is righteous.
Oh, righteous Abel, man. But all the Israelites was righteous, but the way of the wicked seduced us in, man. You know, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduces him. Proverbs 12 and 26. And that's what happened, man. You know, the way of the wicked, the serpent seduced Eve. She brought it to Adam, man. Go ahead. And it's been going ever since. Go ahead.
He that committeth sin is of the devil.
He that committed sin is of the devil. And this talking about we're gonna see what this is talking about right here.
For the devil sinned from the beginning.
The devil sinned from the beginning. Who was that sinned from the beginning? Cain. Go ahead.
For this purpose the Son of God was manifested.
For this purpose, the Son of God was manifested. Go ahead.
That he might destroy the works of the devil.
Right. So the Son of God, singular, was manifested, which he bestowed the favor on us. If we believe in him, we are the sons. We with an S now. We heirs with him. If sons, then with an S, sons, we heirs. Go ahead. But Yahweh Shai was made manifest to do what? Destroy the works of the devil. What say the Son of God?
For this purpose the Son of God was manifested.
Right.
That he might destroy the works of the devil.
That he might destroy the works of the devil. Go ahead.
Whosoever is born of God doeth not commit sin.
Right.
For his seed remaineth in him.
His seed remaineth in him. Talking about the Israelites, man. Go ahead. Mainly the elect first. But that's why all Israel gonna be saved too, man. Go ahead.
And he cannot sin because he is born of God. In this the children of God are manifested.
So that's what the whole thing was about with Cain and Abel. That the children of God can be manifested. Go ahead.
And the children of the devil.
And the children of the devil, man. Because you go on to read about Cain in Genesis 4, when he had his grandsons and stuff, they started killing folks. Tubal Cain's son killed somebody. Tubal Cain was making weapons, man. You know, so that was the land, but so that was the sons of God and the sons of the devil, man, with Cain and Abel, man. Just like with Esau and Jacob, you had the sons of God and the sons of the devil, the sons of the wicked one, man. You know the Lord used Adam to make Cain and Abel, just like he used Isaac to make Esau and Jacob. Going back to Romans 9, can you make one out of one lump? One vessel unto honor and one vessel unto dishonor, man. But the whole thing from Genesis to Revelation is the sons of the Most High being manifested and the sons of the devil, man. That's it.
And this the children of God are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of not God, neither he that loveth not his brother.
Right. Either he that who?
Loveth not his brother.
Loveth not his brother. Going back to Cain. Cain ain't love his brother. Esau ain't love his brother. He hated his brother, man. Going back to Cain and Esau. There it go again. That's it.
Oh, that's the verse, yeah.
What the next one say? I just want to stick to that point. We're going to get John 8. We're going to close that.
For this is the message that ye have heard from the beginning.
This is a message that you have heard from the beginning. Okay.
That we should love one another.
That we should love one another. What Cain say? Am I my brother's keeper? Do I supposed to love my brother? Go ahead.
Not as Cain.
There it go.
That's why I said we should keep going.
That's the spirit. Not as Cain,
Who was of that wicked one
who was of that wicked one.
and slew his brother.
We ain't get that okay. Not of Cain, who was of that wicked one, and slew his brother.
And wherefore slew he him? Because his own works were evil and his brother's righteous.
Right.
Marvel not, my brother.
Even with Jacob and Esau. The scriptures tell you Esau rejected his birthright anyway, man. He despised it, man. So he didn't care about no birthright anyway. Cause he wasn't subject to that, man. This man wasn't subject to the law of the Most High. Go ahead.
Marvel not, my brother.
Marvel not, my brethren,
If the world hates you.
that the world hates you.
We know
you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You Cubans, you Guatemalans, you Puerto Ricans. Marvel not if the world hates you. Go ahead.
We know that we have passed from death unto life
We know we have passed from death unto life. Why?
because we love the brethren.
Right.
He that loveth not his brother abideth in death.
And that's what that's why the white man always put that in us to hate our brothers, man, to hate one another, man. Because that's what's in him, man. You know, that's what's in him. That's all is in him. Go ahead.
Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer.
Whoso hated his brother is a murderer.
And ye know that no murderer have eternal life abiding in him.
Come.
Hereby perceive we the love of the Most High,
Right.
because he laid down his own life for us.
Come.
And we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren.
Right.
But
He
whosoever-
basically Yahushua laid down his life for us. And we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. Go ahead.
But
And this is
who's-
what we do. We come out every week, man. Go ahead.
But whosoever hath this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shut up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of the Most High in him.
Right.
I can stop right there on this verse. Let me check. I can stop right here on this chapter.
And we gonna end it with that, man.
No, I'm saying I can stop. Did you say you wanted another?
Nah, we can end it with that because it covered Cain in there. I ain't know it was gonna go into Cain in there. Not of Cain, who was of that wicked one, man. Just like Esau, he is the wicked, man. What did it say about Esau? Call him the border of wickedness. The people of the Lord's curse. It just said that about Cain, man, who was of that wicked one.
And Cain was before Esau.
Right. So basically, that's the book of from Genesis into Revelation is all about. That the sons of God can be manifested in the sons of the devil, man. And with that, you got it.
With that, we're gonna close out. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rukakwadash.
Want to give double honors to apostles and elders, and salutations to you brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth, and salutations also to the elect out there that's keeping this word in sincerity and truth. Say DTB, Shalom, and Kwam Yasharallah.
Shalom, Kwam Yasharallah.